Welcome back everyone. Today we have to go over a really chaotic situation that just unfolded on the platform because a brand new update went live and caused a huge amount of panic before being completely cancelled. If you were playing a game recently, you might have noticed a lot of people talk about a sudden change in the private servers that basically made them feel completely useless for a regular player. Out of nowhere, players started getting hit with a brand new error message called error code 541 when trying to join private servers owned by their friends. This notification told people that they could only enter the private server if the person who owns the server is already inside the game and actively playing. This was a big shift from how the entire system has worked for a long time, where a private server acted as an independent space that stayed open for anyone who had the link or is added to the access list. When news accounts like Roblox RTC first posted about this update, the community immediately started looking for a loophole to get around the restriction. Some players argued that if you manually added someone to the server members list on the configuration page, they would still be allowed to join while the host was offline, but RTC quickly followed up and confirmed that this workaround did not work at all, meaning the host was forced to be in the game for anyone else to get inside the server. This created an immediate wave of anger because it completely ignores the actual reasons why regular players use private servers in their daily routines. In a lot of popular games, especially ones that involve heavy grinding or competitive matches, a private server is not cheap and can cost tens of Robux every single month. Because a lot of younger players cannot afford to keep paying that fee themselves, it is very common for a friend group to rely on a single shared server. One person who has a currency will buy the server, and all their friends will join it to do things like leveling up their stats, setting up long-term AFK sessions to get rewards, or practicing their skills without public players messing up their games. This allowed friends to share the value of one purchase, where people could jump into the server at completely different times of the day, depending on their personal schedules or time zones. By forcing the owner to be physically present at all times, the platform temporarily ruined that social layout, which means, for instance, a friend in Europe can no longer use a server owned by someone in the United States unless the American has literally left their computer running all night just to keep the door open for them, which is a ridiculous expectation for a casual video game. It took away the main benefit of buying a private server and penalized people who just want to play together without spending money to afford those servers themselves. The backlash grew so quickly that even the biggest content creators on the platform started calling out the company for trying to pull such a suspicious move. Craigcraft posted a breakdown of the situation and pointed out that this single update was effectively killing multiple entire subcultures that have kept the platform active for years. He explained that trading servers were dead, AFK grinding servers were dead, persistent roleplay communities were also dead, and friends could no longer share the spaces without constant limitations. These are major parts of the game that millions of kids participate in every single day, and shutting them down creates a much more isolated environment. But the most important point he made was about the actual corporate motive behind this change, because they pointed out that the platform really wants to increase its sales for the new subscription tiers like Roblox Plus. The corporate leadership was clearly willing to sacrifice established parts of the game and ruin close-knit player communities just to force more individual users into buying their own server private servers or playing for Plus memberships. Instead of creating better tools to help people manage these servers safely, they decided to gatekeep the feature behind a paywall and treat the core gameplay styles of their users as collateral damage just to make their revenue reports look better to investors. This highlighted a dark reality where organic fun is stripped away just to fulfill corporate sales targets. But then, right as the community was getting ready to completely lose his mind over this update, a really huge twist happened that caught everyone off guard. The RTC posted a brand new update that confirmed the entire feature has been completely reverted on the live website. The company essentially hit the panic button and rolled back the change within less than 24 hours of putting it live for the public. There are a couple of ways to look at why they backed down so quickly, and neither of them makes the corporation look very good. The first theory is that the executives were intentionally testing the waters to see how much corporate greed the community would tolerate before fighting back. They wanted to see if they could quietly strip away the free feature and replace it with a paid restriction, but once they saw the immediate explosive outrage from massive developers and top creators like Craigcraft, they panicked and deleted the update to avoid a PR disaster. The other theory is that the backend code of the platform is just very fragile and unorganized, meaning their engineering team accidentally pushed a broken, untested feature to live servers without realizing how much damage it would cause to paid assets. Either way, it shows a complete lack of care for the user experience and proves that the people making these decisions are totally disconnected from how their own platform functions. Even though the change was cancelled today, and private servers are currently working normally again, this situation should serve as a major warning sign for the entire community. The fact that error code 541 exists and was fully functional means that they have already written the code to lock down your private servers, and they're actually looking for ways to restrict out friends and direct on the platform. They might have backed away from it all today because the media outrage was too much for them to handle, but it is very likely that they will try to slowly implement these exact same restrictions in the future once they think people aren't paying attention. It proves that corporate priorities are completely shifting away from supporting player communities and moving towards squeezing every single cent out of their user base. It shows that the community needs to stay vigilant whenever these sneaky updates are pushed to their platform to protect our accounts from being ruined by corporate decisions. Anyways, thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.